So let's go from the beginning. I've been watching. I ain't been talking about it with y'all, but I've been watching. Okay, I let other people talk about it because it's a lot. So here's the thing. Her husband, Ernesto, was a scam artist to begin with. I'm going to say allegedly. Okay. But supposedly Steve introduced them together, supposedly. And then they got together and she's like 68 and he was like 49. I'm being facetious, but there's a big old age gap. She wanted a man. She needed a man. She said, I'm going to get me a man. I'm going to find me a man. Okay. She didn't want to be old and alone. Listen, this is what I had heard allegedly. All right. And then here comes Ernesto. I remember I used to listen to Steve Harvey when she was on there talking about Nesto. I was like, girl, you act like you 15. Grow up, okay? You know Shirley Strawberry, the one that read the Strawberry Letter? Child, she been a part of a Strawberry Letter for a year now, but it's kind of like just coming out. But child, somebody didn't release the jail calls. I've been listening while I was on the cruise, y'all. They sat up there and had her phone calls with her and her husband where she out here talking about Steve. She out here talking about Marjorie. And then they released the calls with him and his girlfriend because he been messing around with some other lady. He out here scamming people and allegedly has been charged allegedly with essay of, I believe, I could be wrong, a child. Essay of a younger female, okay? Child, it's a mess. This has been going on for a year. They didn't keep it under the rug as long as they could, but somebody over at the jail, and I don't know if it's Fulton County, shout out to Quantavious. Hey, Quan, you on my mind, always on my mind, Quantavious, always on my mind. But he must be down there in Fulton County, I believe, and he in jail, and he got all these women calling him. These calls is leaked, y'all. How does a jailhouse call get leaked? One, but all of them. Somebody wanted this mess out, y'all, okay? So here's the problem. Because it got leaked, and Shirley was talking about Steve and Marjorie, she had to address it. She's talking about Steve all fat and it's not funny. He all overwinded, outwinded, and Marjorie thinks she cute, basically, y'all. It's a mess, but it's typical woman talk. Right? As I'm listening to it, I was bagging up. I'm not playing all them jailhouse calls, y'all. I'm not doing it. Some of these blogs, people on YouTube got all the phone calls. You want to go listen to it. But what I'm about to play is her. She went on this morning on Steve Harvey's show to apologize and to address it. She came on today to apologize and address it. Steve Harvey Morning Show, Shirley Strawberry issues an apology to the Harveys and addresses estranged husband Ernesto after leaked prison calls. As much as I wish I could take it back. So the only reason now that the tide is changing is because them calls got leaked, child. You can't even trust the daggone prison to go ahead and keep your secret, y'all. But let's go ahead and listen, child.
All right, Steve, I'm going to just start by saying that my estranged husband is in jail. He's been in jail for over a year since about right after the 4th of July of 2022. And recently, some phone calls from last year between he and I were leaked. And on those calls, you hear me saying you were winded going up the stairs at your home. And Marjorie looks at us as the help. And right here.
Wrong one. Y'all, I'm going to get it together. Wrong button. She said Marjorie looks at us as if we are the help. I'd look at you like you was the help too. You the help. Shout out to my girl Bella up in here. Congratulations to her on the birth of her son, I do believe. Shout out to you, girly girl. I've been looking for you. And then I think that you had that baby. Shout out to you. You go, girl. Somebody has to populate the United or the world. It ain't going to be me. I'm done. Shout out to you. Everybody let Bella know congratulations. Tell her congratulations, please. Shout out to you for even being here. Hope your baby's all good in the hood. I'm sure cutie pie just like you, my girl Bella, my little sister over there. But yeah, child. So Shirley over here, this is the first time she's like, oh yeah, my man is in jail. Girl, your man been in jail. We knew. And I was just like, oh, why is nobody talking about this? Like, again, some of the YouTube blogs is talking about it, but I feel like nobody's really talking about this. They really try to let this go under the daggone rug. Woo! Child, I tell you, but come on, Shirley, go ahead, girl. She finally admitting it.
Here and now. I want to apologize to you and Marjorie for what I said. As much as I wish I could, I can't take it back. I can't. I said it, and I want to apologize. It was definitely not me trying to add to what you and Marjorie already have going on in your lives right now.
What they got going on?
But the fact that these tapes were released, it does seem like everyone is coming to you. Coming for you, I should say, at this time, including me. But in reality, the tapes have nothing to do with what you and Marjorie have going on. It was just me running my mouth in a private conversation, or what I thought was a private conversation. And again, I apologize. I feel terrible. I make no excuses. I said what I said, and there's no denying it. There's no taking it back.
Now, look. We know Steve probably get winded. That ain't even a surprise. Look at him. No offense. And okay. And Marjorie probably do look at y'all like the help. You are the help. You are the help. You work for Steve Harvey. You the help. People out here just thinking that they something that they not. Girl, you the help. Girl, when I go to work, I'm the help. Just make sure you pay me right on the days I'm supposed to be paid. And after that, leave me the hell alone, okay? I'm just saying. It is what it is. But, she worried, honestly, in my opinion. So Shirley worried because now everything's coming out and she's scared, I'm sure, that Steve is going to get rid of her. But they're supposed to be brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? Steve is her younger brother, even though she's older than him. Something like that, from what I understand. He didn't help her with this. He didn't help her with that, and brought her into this, brought her into that, made her who she is. You know what I'm saying? And, I don't know how much people over here on radio stations make. I don't know. I don't care. But I'm sure she's living a decent life. Now, obviously, it ain't like Steve's life, but Steve also does 55 million and one things, okay? So why you hating? It sounds like a little hating though, okay? Well, you hating, child. Yeah, Marjorie ain't doing nothing. All right, we know this. Marjorie ain't doing nothing. She running around, shopping, going where she want, when she want, over in Dubai, looking like she looking. She ain't an ugly woman. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying she over there being beautiful for Steve, and that's it. That's all. Okay? Don't hate. You chose Ernesto. I guess he not kind of like Steve, I guess, child. Did she think she was going to get a Steve Harvey Jr.?
Back then, when the phone calls happened, I was trying to stand by my man, be supportive wife, I've been married to this man for 8 years.
Pause. Now, let me be honest with y'all, okay? This is just my 2 cents, okay? It's just my 2 cents. Let me find out right, that my husband used to scam people, been to jail before, and any other illegal activities that they did. Just pretend we didn't know in the beginning, okay? And I found that out, and then you're going to bring on essay on top of it. What's taking so long with the divorce? Why we just wait until now? Because all this got leaked that we going to file for divorce. I'd have been filed for divorce. Now, you was on the phone talking about Steve Harvey to this man, and you was talking about Marjorie Harvey to that man. Girl, you was going to stand by your man just like you said. You was going to stand by this poop nug. Her husband is poop nug, okay? Just his name is Ernesto. Ernesto. Let's call him that. Ernesto is a poop nug. And he going down, allegedly. He going down. I'm sorry. I think he's going down.
I had no idea that all this was going on with him. I had no idea. And the charges that he's facing are horrific. They are really bad. I for sure did not want your name mentioned in any kind of way associated with my mess. So I had to call you. I had to tell you it was a hard call for me to make. But I called you. And I want to clear something up, Steve.
Come on,
you did not introduce me to him.
Oh.
I met him through a friend. I should say an ex-friend now. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. I had to tell you he was in jail. It was going to come out. I didn't want you to hear it from anyone else. I wanted you to hear it from me because I knew once the police and everyone, got involved, and they were already involved, and they found out who his wife was and who she worked with and all of that, and that's you, Steve Harvey, it would become, a real big story because it's your name. And like I told you, Steve, when I called you, I didn't want to call you. I mean, I was embarrassed. I was hurt. I felt so stupid, and, I felt betrayed, humiliated. It was just terrible. I mean, I kept saying to myself, how is this my life? Police and jail and all of this.
Shirley, child, you a little too old for this, child. Okay. So even if Nesnug, whatever we calling him, ended up, say you didn't, shout out to my guy, Dr. G. Yes, child. Y'all, this is why I love y'all. YourTheBomb.com. I wasn't thinking, child. Let's get it on. Child, no, I sound like Mugsley over here. Shout out to Dr. G. Thank you so much, hon. I'm late. I'm slipping. I'm getting it together. Shirley, girl, honey, baby, you a little too old for this, child. You was hanging in there with your man, girl. You was gonna hang in there with your man, child. I don't want your man, but I got it like that. It ain't even gotta be like that. You was gonna stay with that ass, okay? And only because now it then came out, like I said, people, this has been going on, y'all. It's just, I just don't understand why it hasn't been a thing. So now she got to deal with it. Okay. Now I can't believe it. Now your name is being brought in. And so only because Steve's name is being brought into it. What about your name? What about your name, man? Does your name not matter? You over here doing the strawberry letter. You got your own strawberry letter that's been ongoing for a daggone year. And people was just like ignoring it, I guess. Like, all right, we gonna leave her alone. It's not her fault. Because you know how the sisters be. They be making the excuses when they want to, child. But this is another Black woman L for the week, y'all. The L's just keep coming, but we gonna let her keep rocking. I'm on to you, Blade Daywalker. Thank you for the support. He said, let me turn this down. Sorry, it's a little loud. Sorry. All right, I'll turn it on when she starts talking again. He said, I just saw Granny and Strawberry on I-40, exit 88 in Arkansas. I'm surprised they're not in, is that where Carly is from? Alabama, painting their booty holes brown. I can't take you. Hold on a second. He is a mess. I can't do it.
My man. My man.
Somebody come get your granny, okay? Nesnug. Shout out to the squeegee kid. Always keep me on point. Nesnug, all right? Come on. What else we got for Nesnug, child?
It was just something that I didn't, I'd never experienced anything like this. The police came, they took my car. I was at the salon getting my hair done. They rolled up, took my car. I had to have my stylist take me home. I had to move in with friends. I lost my house. I lost everything. Oh, and I have to tell you this too. Like on the day, July 4th, we were having dinner with friends and we were going to watch the fireworks after that. And so the fireworks didn't happen that night because it was like a terrible, terrible storm. So the fireworks got canceled. And when I look back, I see now that was kind of a metaphor for what was about to happen in my life. The thunderstorms were coming. They were coming. The next day was the last time I saw him. He was arrested the very, very next day. I didn't even know he was arrested. I couldn't get in touch with him. I got a call from the...
You don't know where your man at, child. How you know your man don't? You was just together for 4th of July, and all of a sudden you don't know where he at. Child, what are we talking about right now? Something just ain't right. Shout out to my guy, Dr. G. Appreciate the support. He said, allegedly by choice. I'm sure you also wanted to say disproportionately affected. And you know where your husband is. You should know where your husband is. If you don't know where your husband is, who knows where he's at? Okay. It's always, you don't know what she's going through. She's having a hard time. She works for Steve Harvey. It's not right. It's not fair. She wasn't sure what was going on. It's not her fault. She's up in that. Sorry, y'all. It got me. I couldn't even do it. It got me. I got to calm down. Shout out to Dr. G. Woo! Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Shout out to Harvey in the building. He said, I can't wait you, Michelle. Go back on vacation. Trust me. If I can, I will. Trust me when I tell you, I will. Shout out to Luke Hazley up in here. Appreciate you for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody that is here. Please make sure you hit the like button. Shout out to Sam Hardeen. I should have brought tea, y'all. I got water. Shout out to Sam Hardeen for the super sticker. Thank you so much, hon. Appreciate you. My girl Mona D is up in here. Yes. We are listening to Shirley Strawberry from this morning, child. She trying to explain why Nest Nug is out here acting like a Nest Nug and sitting up here acting worse than Quantavious. He worse than Quantavious. He worse than Quantavious. Shit. Sorry, y'all. He worse than Quantavious. All Quantavious did was not pay his $150 fine. He had a GUN, not a big deal, okay? He ain't scamming people. He ain't talking about Steve Harvey. The lady had to get the hair lady to take her home from work. She lost the house. She lost the car. She lost this. She lost that, all off for Ernesto. And you weren't going to divorce that ass? Girl. Come on now, Shirley. You should know better than this. Come on now. We got to do better. When do we know? Is she young, y'all? Is she young? Oh, Google is your friend. Hold on a second. How old is Shirley Strawberry? Let's see. 63. Okay. Oh, maybe she's still young, child. Maybe it's just me. Okay. We'll see. All right, girl, what else you got to say? Come on.
Jail. And, I didn't answer it because I'm like, who would be calling me from jail? I looked at my phone like, jail? Where'd this call? It just didn't compute. So I just ignored it. But he got word to me through one of his friends. They texted me that he was at Fulton County Jail. So the next time he called, I picked up, and that was him that had called earlier. From jail. And, he told me what happened. I thought he would be getting out in a couple of days because that's what he told me. But of course, here we are a year later, those days turned into weeks, the weeks turned into months. And like I said, this is just on and on. Every day it's just something. And my life has just been a nightmare ever since. And it's still going on, Steve. I mean, I had no idea that those tapes would be released to the world. I knew that they were being recorded, but I didn't know that they were going to go out to the world. I mean, I was just trying to make conversation with him, trying to, just get him to think about something other than where he was. I was telling him about my day, this particular day, and that was the day we were talking about, on the phone when I said those things about you and the things that you heard and the world heard. And cut to today, I haven't spoken to him in quite some time. Divorce proceedings are underway. And Steve, at this point, all I could say is what I have is my faith. If it wasn't for God.
Shout out to the Lord. I knew the Lord was coming in here. Now listen, Shirley is a woman of faith, child. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let her be there and be like she always do, be talking about the Lord, okay? But I would hope that the Lord would have said a long time ago, girl, this don't make no sense. Now, Shirley, girl, this don't make no sense. Come on now. Nestug is out here and you saying, oh, I thought it was only going to be a couple of days. Then it turns into a couple of weeks. Then it turns into a couple of months. And then it's over a year. And you thought this was going to stay under the rug this whole time. And only now, because of the leak tapes, are you trying to go ahead and divorce that ass? Child, good luck with that. Shout out to Dr. G for another 10. He said, we grew apart. Yeah, I bet they grew apart. He had a whole other woman, allegedly. He got a whole other woman that he on tape talking about. You can just pat that thing with it. Girl. Child, story is a mess. Ernesto is Nest Nug for real. He just was dressed up in a suit just up here with these people. He ain't even with these people. He ain't even on Steve Harvey level. How you gonna get up here and get this opportunity and could potentially make yourself legal and you still messing around? You still messing around. You don't even care about your daggone wife. She can go to jail for all you care. Girl, hopefully your name ain't on stuff, but from what I've been paying attention to, she was secretly taking her name off of stuff, allegedly. So that's why I'm like, oh, now all of a sudden you ain't know nothing, girl. Girl, I know. I've been listening. I've been watching. I just didn't want to talk about it, but I've been paying attention a little bit, okay? Andrea ain't giving up no grace. She said, you knew that was Nesto in jail. You knew that was Nesto in jail, right? Shout out to Lauren. She said, oh my God, she's talking to somebody. She's talking to Steve. She's talking to Steve Harvey right now. And he letting her. He ain't interrupt one bit. Y'all notice that, right? He's just probably, because they're not in the same office no more since C19. So he home or wherever he at, wherever he doing what he doing, and everybody's wherever they are. Sometimes they might be in the studio together, but they basically zooming it. So she just in here talking to the Zoom, but Steve is not saying nothing. I feel like that's telling. That's just me. Shout out to my girl Michu. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Shout out to my guy RBN. Oh, so you staying? You gonna stay? Thank you so much for the support. He said, what tapes? Wait, she got caught on Jailhouse phone talking ish about Steve. Yeah, RBN. This is the only reason she's talking about it, because the Jailhouse tapes got leaked. But they not only got leaked of him and her, they got leaked of him and his side piece and all this actual stuff that they was talking about. It's a mess. It's messy. It's messier than me, y'all. It's messier than me. It's too much. I've been listening to it all week. It's crazy. Shout out to the Squeegee kid. Thank you so much, honey. He said, how many months before she's on Kendra? I'm guessing within 9 months. I'm calling it. You right. She ain't gonna go on that show. She gonna sink into the bushes like she gonna do the Homer Simpson. She gonna sink into the bushes. She ain't trying to be seen. She's like, I'm done with this. Hopefully she can keep the job. But I want to know if they had callers call in. Like after all this, did the callers get to call in and ask her questions? That would have been funny. Shout out to Ed Travels with another 2. I appreciate you, honey. Says she found the Lord after the tapes were leaked. She was not talking about none of this, Ed. She wasn't talking about none of this, especially on air. Because even the blogs that was talking about it on YouTube, they was like, she talking about strawberry letter. She her own strawberry letter. I was like, and she said, and I'm going to continue to go ahead and act like ain't nothing going on with me. And then somebody over at the jail must have said, oh, that's what you think? They said, oh, is that what you think? They said, wrong. Here you go. Now leak out Quan's stuff. Let me know what's going on with Quantavious, okay? Quan, I need you to be a good boy, okay? Pay your fine while you in there, okay? You got 9 years to pay off the 157, all right? And get it done, sir. Shout out to RBM for another 5. Thank you, honey. Says, so wait, God made you talk ish about the dude cutting your paychecks. I'm sick of folk bringing God in their BS. You know that's what they do. You know what she's going through. You know her conversations with the Lord. You know her conversations with Nesnug, okay? You know, okay? I'm just saying. Shout out to 10 Plus. Shout out to 10 Plus Sounds. Appreciate the support, hon. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for being here for all this foolishness. She's still talking, y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
I probably would have, lost my mind or something in this instance. People don't see what happens when these mics go off. Who wants their personal stuff, their private conversations to go out to public? No one wants that. I mean, what could I say to you after this, happened? I was devastated. I mean, absolutely devastated. I mean, I thought of everything, I could lose my job. How could I face you? Everything, what I'm going through is what I'm going through, and I've been going through it for over a year. I just haven't spoken about it. Then on top of all that, these tapes come out and, I'm talking about you and Marjorie, and you guys are going through your own private hell right now. You didn't need me to contribute to anything, and I thought back, because I knew I had to say something, speak on. You created this term years ago in Los Angeles called reality radio. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is about as real as it gets, Sure. And the reason I'm here before you now, I wanted to say it live on the radio, is because your name is in it. We've been friends for a long time, Steve, and these jail calls were made public, and I wanted to give you and Marjorie a public apology and to ask for your forgiveness publicly. I just wanted to have a real moment with you. And, I have to tell you, I've been coming to work every day because, it's my only safe haven right now. It gave me a place where I could still be myself and forget my troubles for a little while, and just, do my job.
Troubles don't last long.
I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, of course, Steve, Tommy, Junior, and of course, my girl, Carla, for the space and the grace that you guys have shown me.
Grace,
this is a very difficult time in my life, is if you can imagine. I love you guys. We're family, and I thank you. And I just want to thank everyone. I'm just trying to live. I'm sorry for what you and your wife are going through right now in your life.
Going through.
And I hate your names were dragged into my drama because you certainly don't deserve it. All right, Steve,
okay.
I'm going to just start.
Thank you, child. Yeah, thank you, child. Y'all gonna make me cough up alone. Dr. G said, translation, please don't fire me. Listen, okay? This is funny only because it's just so strange. It's funny to me only because this has been going on for so long. And she's sitting up here acting like this kind of just happened real quick. I'm sure Shirley Strawberry really does care about Steve Harvey. As a person who used to listen to the show, I really think that she does. Listen, I talk about people all the time. Shit, I talk about my boss too. Okay, I'm just saying. And I wouldn't want my jailhouse conversations, if I had any when I talk to Quantavious, to get out either. Okay, I'm just saying. Girl, you should have been brought this up long daggone time ago. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to understand why we wait until now. And now you had to come do this. And why are you talking about Marjorie? Why are you talking about Marjorie? We know who Marjorie is, girl. You was a mess, okay? You was a mess. We're talking about Marjorie. That's your real mistake. I'm pretty sure Steve can handle it. Not a big deal, because we know he ain't running no marathons. He ain't going to be on the court like Coco Golf, okay? Nope. So not a big deal, but you're not going to talk about his wife and he let her hang out there. That had to be at least 7 minutes of her just running off at the mouth to apologize because, in my opinion, she talked about Marjorie. That's his biggest concern. And of course, she wants to, of course, keep the job. That's all she got left. I mean, come on now. He's not going to fire her. He's just not going to. So, woo, this might get the show a boost that they need, child, and boost it up there so that they can get back into the algorithm, child. I don't even know. This is crazy. The way that this has come through, though. Shout out to RBN. Thank you so much, hon. He said you can't even hear Steve breathing. No, he left her hanging, y'all. He left her hanging. I heard a little bit of something. He must have sneezed. And then all of a sudden, at the end, when she's about to cry, I guess it was time to just kind of get up in there, right? He was not giving her no grace, no space, and no room to do nothing but grovel and speak on it. It was good for the ratings today. I saw people on Facebook talking about it. I said, now wait a damn minute. I got to find this out because this sounds half damn crazy. So I got to hopefully see what happens tomorrow, see if something come through. She might call out sick tomorrow. We'll have to see.
We do not care.